Hi everyone, glad to be back after a nice holiday break. Today's Trade of the Week. I'm going to go straight to it today, January 4th, 2022. Let's make some money. If you're new to the channel, welcome along. The first thing we do with the Trade of the Week each time is to go over a trade setup. Why this trade and why now? I'm going to be shorting two of the S&P Micro Eminis. Now, each of these micro contracts trades for $5 per point. I'm going to trade two and I'm going to short them. So I'm going to be trading at $10 per point. You can see the market opens at 9:30 and by 10 o'clock it's still 10:30. It's still exactly where it opened at. So and then I see the MACD indicator and the red circle on the bottom, the green line below the red line, and both below that zero line. Now that's not a steadfast rule, it's only a guideline, so I can spot these trends. Like a surfer on a wave, I see the trend for three red candlesticks and the yellow square up there. I can see the trend is definitely down. Now there's no guarantee it's going to keep going down, but if I'm going to trade today, and I'm going to trade right now, that's the bet that I have to take. And let's see what happens. Okay, now we're going to the live screen on this trade here. That was the setup that you just saw. And it gets underway. I'm going to put in a bracket order. It's also called a one cancels the other order. It's if you're a beginner, it's simply a way to put in your purchase price or sale price and your stop loss and a target price. Now, of these three, the target price has the least meaning. It's kind of a shopping wish list, and it's irrelevant to the trade, actually. But you want one down there so you can move it up, as you'll see during the trade here. Now, look in the text below this video if you're not familiar with the bracket OCO order. There, I'm clicking review and send on it right now. And it'll have a short video called the bracket OCO. Look in the text below the video for a link to that. So the trade's underway. You see my stop loss is up at 47.95. If that price is hit, it becomes a market order that exits me from the trade. That's called a stop market order. It's a type of stop loss order. And now I'm doing a little reconfiguring here. Still have my stop up there at 47.95, but I've moved my target to 47.87. That would be about $57.50 if I hit that target. And now I've moved it again. I'm just kind of getting it out of the way. That target price down there is as much a placeholder as anything else. But as you'll see later in this trade, I'm going to be able to use my Tastyworks click and drag mouse and make good use of that target order down there as I try to exit this trade. In the meantime, I've lowered my stop to 47.94 and a half. It's just under 20 bucks, and I see the trade's actually going back up to 47.93.75, 47.94 for a second there. So I don't hesitate. I've moved my stop loss order out of the way. Now it's up at 47.95.75. That's 3 points away at $10 a point. I'm risking $30 on the trade now. And the trade's going against me again. Now I'm trading up at 47.95. So I moved that stop all the way up to 47.97 3/4. And that's 5 points, so I'm risking up to $50. Now, I'm risking up to $50, but the reason I put the stop so high there was I just want to get it out of the way. I still have faith in the trade at this point, and I'm only trading 47.95, so I'm only about $30 down, even though my stop is up there at $50. If you run it too close, you'll get stopped out before you have a chance in a trade. And immediately, when you get into a trade like this for just a few minutes and you see that green bar going up there, it makes you doubt the efficacy of the trade. But my MACD down below in the red circle still says maybe I should hang in there for a moment longer and see what's going to happen. But I've already mentally drawn the line at 47.97.75. I'm not going to put my stop any higher than that. Just 50 bucks, and I'm not going to risk any more than that on this trade, period. Now, how do I come up with the 50 bucks that I would risk? Well, you see these two red candlesticks here. Each one of those represents about 5 points, and at $10 a point, that's $50. So I'm knowing that every 5 minutes, at least the last previous 10 minutes before I entered the trade, it's varying at about $50 every 5 minutes. And that's just a rule of thumb. It's not a strict thing. It's just as much of a judgment or artistic call, if you like. But I want to get my stop out of the way up there. I'm trading 47.95 now. So I'm only $30 down on the trade at the moment. Once again, I'll say it, even though my stop is up at 50. And if I see it advancing much higher than this, I think I might have to exit the trade. But the MACD still is, well, it's a little iffy. It looks like those green lines in the bottom could be leveling out a little bit, the vertical green lines. I moved my target back up to 4789.75. That's only $30 profit. And I did that because I'm beginning to wonder if the trade's actually going to turn and go down, or if it just might either stall or reverse directions and head back up again. And I'm getting a little reprieve here. I'm trading down at 47.94. So I reach up with my Tastyworks mouse and I move my stop down just a little bit, 47.96 and 3/4. So that's a maximum risk in the trade now of $40, and I'm down about $20 at the moment. Now I'm going to back off for a minute, turn the trade over to you. What are you going to do next? Well, I'm 9 minutes into the trade now, and I was trading at 47.90, so I needed to move my target price down a little bit. Move it down to 47.85 and 3/4. That would mean the target price is now at about 7 points, $70. That is $10 a point. We're trading down to 47.91 and 1/4. And I was finally able to get a free trade here. Look at that. The stop market and the entry price are the same now. So I'm not going to lose any money on this trade. You know, a couple of bucks commissions maybe, but no cash out of my accounts, so to speak. And I'm going to try to eke this down just a little more. We're trading 47.90 even. And didn't move it down too much this time, 47.92 and 1/4. That means worst case scenarios, I'll make $5, so that'll more than cover the commissions on the trade. So now I've got a free trade going, and no money can come out of my account for it unless I move that stop up, which I'm not going to do. 10 minutes into the trade, and we're only $22 up. You know, had to work pretty hard for the $22 so far. And I'm going to move the stop down again. I'm trading all the way down to 47.88 now. So I would be remiss if I did not eke that stock market order down a little bit at this time and lock in some more of those unrealized gains. And not a lot, about $15 now. 1.5 points is all. And I'm trading down to 47.85, 47.86. So I'm $27 below the stop order. I need to move that target down again. I was afraid that I'm just going to move it down to 47.76 and 1/4. Get it out of the way and concentrate on the work at hand here. And the work at hand, of course, is being able to move my stop loss down and to try to eke as much money as I can out of this trade. There's no time to stop for a cup of coffee or anything. This trade's keeping me pretty busy. And I got to say, it's a little bit of fun, too. 47.8650. So we're trading. I'm only 2 points, about 2 points from being stopped out of the trade here. I've locked in $40, that 4 points, as you can see, between the entry price and the stop loss price. And now I've got my Tastyworks mouse out again. I'm trading down to 47.86, 47.8550, somewhere in there, and I want to move my stop down a little bit, but I want to give the trade still a little bit of room to try and work its way on down in price a little bit, and it's moving very, very slowly. The MACD down on the bottom pane there, you can see the green line is getting farther below the red line. That's a very good sign that the downward momentum is going to either resume or continue, depending on your point of view, of course. I've got 6 points locked into the trade here, 6 1/4, so $62.50 is the worst case scenario for this trade. We're trading 47.84 and 1/4, and naturally, I want to get my Tastyworks mouse out here and try to eke some more money. Now look at these two prices, the red and the green circle. What I accidentally did, the trade went up on me as I was sliding my stop loss order down, and when I did that, it created a trade that was invalid, so I lost my stop loss order. Now I decide in a snap decision that I'm just going to use my target price to get out of this trade and not worry about the stop, because the way this trade's going, by the time I take 15 seconds to go to the panel and put in another stop loss order and then verify it and then hit the send button again, this trade could lose me a lot of money. Now I have my target at 47.82 at the moment. We're trading 47.84.5, so that's 2.5 points, $25 off between the trading price and my target price there, 2.5 points. And I see the on the right margin there, the red price, 47.8475, 47.85. I'm becoming afraid this thing may just run back up a few points now, and I don't have a stop order in up there. So what am I going to do? This dilemma. Well, I decided that I would just move my target price to a place and get me out of the trade here. So what I do is I go up and I move that target price up to 47.84. You can see over there on the right, I just got stopped out of the trade at 47.84. And one of the things about gaining experience as a trader, watch that price go down, 47.81.50, 47.81, right there. See that? I counted it. I went back and counted since I got out of the trade, 3 points up at 47.84. The thing in 13 seconds fell 3 points. I would have made another $30 had I held on for 13 seconds. But of course, that's the genius of hindsight. That shoulda, woulda, coulda land. And you can't do things like that. I will go back in a moment after we do the numbers, and I'll show you what happened to the price of this trade after I exited it. And I don't know what good that does sometimes. There's nothing you can do about it. But once in a while, there's a few things you can learn. Okay, moving on. Let's do the numbers here. Trade duration, 15 minutes, made a profit of $87.50. Maximum drawdown was, I think, between $25 and $40, and maximum unrealized gain was about $100. I captured 87.5% of that, of course. And it was a tricky trade. And I got to tell you, that losing my stop loss order just a minute or so before the end of the trade, that was quite a curve. Again, what happened was, it was my fault. I moved as I was moving my stop loss down with my mouse, the trading price came up to exceed the stop price I put in. See, the trading price went up above where I had dragged my stop loss order down to before letting go of the mouse. When I let go, my stop loss was below the trading price, and that created an invalid order, which will not enter into the system. It was my fault, but fortunately I had the experience in trading that it didn't panic me, although I tell you, I can fully appreciate if you're a beginner and something like that happened. Probably a good thing you saw it today. At least you might get a guess of what's going on. But that's a very rare occurrence, and totally my fault. And during this trade today, if you go back and play it again, you'll see I was within 1 to 1.5 points of being stopped out about 5 times in the trade. Now, you got to ask yourself, if you're honest with yourself, you say, well, am I that good a trader, or did I just get lucky? And honest answer, I never quite know the answer to that. I think it's a little bit of both, maybe. Let me show you what happened after I exited the trade. Now, up there at 10:45, I went in, shorted 2 micro S&P contracts at 10:45, and at 11 o'clock, right at 11 o'clock, I got out of the trade. Well, you can see in the next 5 minutes, it went all the way down to 47.73. Well, that happens to be $110 more I would have made had I stayed in the trade another 5 minutes. That is the genius of hindsight I'm always talking about. The genius of hindsight, another way to say that, and you have to make, in this kind of trading, you must make decisions before you have all the facts. And that's what makes it so difficult. And it's also, ironically, what makes it look so easy when you put up a chart like this and do it in hindsight. Now, had I stayed on past the 47.73 and gone out to about 11.45, the market would have been way back up at 47.86. And I would have made about $55 on it. So, genius of hindsight, yes or no? Who the heck knows? But that's the way this type of trading works. It's tricky. Well, that was a fun trade today. I kind of had to work hard for the money for a change. And it's what makes it great fun. If you can afford this, if you have some discretionary income you can set aside and you could afford to lose a little bit, don't play with the rent money, IRAs, or college funds or anything like that. This is way too risky type trading for that. But it's a heck of a lot of fun. And I do compare it to casino gambling sometimes, except the odds are a lot better in trading, believe it or not. And I hope you'll come back and check out some more videos. If you're a beginner, I didn't mean to frighten you away today. This trade was a little more complicated than some of the beginning trades, but that's okay. It'll give you a chance to learn. Look in the text below this video. There is a free trade simulation program sponsored by CME. No credit cards or anything. It's free, and all links are right below this video. Also down there, you'll find the links called Beginners Playlist. There are 2 of them with 4 10-minute videos in each of the playlists. And I need your help if you don't mind. The way I try to come up with subjects for future videos, and we have over 110 on the channel now, is I count the likes. And so if you want to see another video that's similar to the one you saw today, please click that like button. And if you want to be notified of the videos, be sure and click the subscribe button and click that little bell on there, and you'll be notified whenever new trades are put up, or new videos, I should say. And it's approximately 1 every week. This week I was a little bit late. I took a few days off for the holidays, and I hope you enjoyed them too. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. This is Don Singletary. I hope every day is a payday for you. And thank you.